Hey everybody, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're tuning in. I really appreciate it. We have a lot to uncover today. Some news just dropped in, and it's gonna stir a lot of people up. Hopefully, not stir you up too much, but hey, let's talk about it. First things first, please like and subscribe to this channel. Please check the like button. Please press the subscribe button. And also, please check out the descriptions below. And I really appreciate it. Now, let's get into the topic. Okay. Today, something popped in from the news. Let's go right to it. So, NBC reported that Roe v. Wade had been overturned. The Supreme Court has overturned the landmark Roe versus Wade case. Okay, so that's been what's the thing that's been stirring up people today. You have people who are pro-life, and this is a great day for people who are pro-life, and then you have people who are pro-choice, and then you have people who are somewhere in the middle who go either way, and there are people who believe that there is a time and place for it. There's people who believe that you just can't have any abortions and you just gotta eliminate it. And then you have people who who believe in the life of a child and everything. And it gets real deep because uh there's so many pockets and so many things that happens. um it's not just a right or wrong thing, which morality does play a part in people's consciousness, and how they value the whole situation with Roe versus Wade and the whole abortion topic. um and the today what's happening is the Supreme Court is basically ruling, saying that the government, the U.S., on the federal level, they've taken their hands off of the whole abortion topic, and they're leaving it in the hands of states. So each state is going to be able to decide on how they feel about the whole abortion topic and how they want to move forward with it. So it's from a federal level. The federal government is saying we're taking our hands off of this, and we're going to hand it to and let the states determine what they want to do with it. So to a degree, I think that's a smart. I think that's a smart way to go. Just because every state doesn't think alike. Somebody in Florida isn't going to think the same way as somebody in New York, or somebody in Tennessee, or somebody in Colorado. These are all different states with different types of people and different ways of lives. So, you know, we all don't think the same in every state, in every city. Cities and states think differently. They're different vibes. They're different. It's just a different way of life. I mean, somebody in Utah is not going to think the same way as somebody in necessarily North Carolina or even Philadelphia. You know, so to to that degree, I think that that's a good way to go. I think that the federal level, on the federal level, the government needs to take their hands on a lot of things. They don't need their hands in everything and need to dictate to everybody what everybody needs to do or should do or believe. So that's that. And then um yeah, so I really want to hear what you have to say. I really want to hear what my listeners uh believe, and what you have to say on this whole topic, because it goes in very deep. uh and you have people who are pro-life, you have people who are pro-choice, you have people who believe that the fetus is a baby, And to a degree, if you want to look at it, our law believes that a fetus is a baby, because if I were if I was a homicidal person and I decide to shoot a woman that was carrying a child, and the mother and the baby dies, the mother and the pregnant mother dies, I can get charged for two lives. And that's been happening anyway. That's been happening all through since. And the crazy thing is, you know what? Roe v. Wade's been around for almost, I think, somewhere roughly about 50 years. So I think most of the pushback is that most of us have never lived during a time where abortion wasn't legal. We've lived in a time where abortion's been legal our entire lives for most of us. So for you to take abortion out of the way and say that it's wrong, or to say it's wrong, we haven't lived in a society where abortion was off the table, where it was illegal. So to I don't necessarily try to go with the crowd all the time. I try to look at things perspective, with a broad perspective, and try to say, okay, this is something that and would how much would it really hurt to take abortion off the table, Because if we think about it, the the reason Roe versus Wade exists is because a woman had claimed that she was raped. In that case, that specific case, the reason why it came up is because a woman had claimed that she was raped, and we found out a few years ago that the woman who claimed that she was raped lied about it. So that's not even. So the whole case is really the whole Roe versus Wade case is based on a lie. So we can't. The thing is, we can't have laws, whether they're good laws or bad laws. Whether they're good, it doesn't matter if a law is good. If it's based on a lie, you can't keep that. You have to find a moral reason to keep it on the books. You can't base it on a lie. So that's one big thing, and I know a lot of people might push back against that, but you can't build justice on a lie. We can't say that we want we want to live in a place that has justice if it's based on a lie, because lies contradict justice. Lies go against justice. So yeah, that's my take on that. And I didn't go too far into the whole morality thing. I try not to do that because there's so many people that have different takes on it, and I think these are one of those topics that can divide people, and it really doesn't have to go that far. You can have disagreements, and I think we live in a world where people don't know how to disagree. You know, people don't know how to disagree with each other. People don't know uh how to have educated conversations with facts, and then leaving out all the emotion out of it. And I know it can be very emotional on both sides, because then you have people on the pro-life side who get very emotional about these babies being murdered. But at the same time, we need to fix the whole foster care. We have so many kids in foster care, kids who were unwanted by their parents, or their parents were unable to take care of them, and they grow up and screwed up, and that's not fair to them either, and they're the ones that weren't aborted. So we need to also fix that. We need to, if we're going to say women can't have abortions, if we're going to live in a world where women can't have abortions, then we have to have some kind of alternative for them. And I think that we live in a country where we have people who are smart enough to come up with ideas and alternatives that children don't have to die, babies don't have to die, women don't have to get abortions, and there could be an alternative to that, to where both parties win. You know, women don't have to uh, raise children that they didn't plan on raising. You know, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. So yeah, thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys for chiming in, and I appreciate you guys for all your comments, and I thank you guys for the love that you're showing me.